Yeah. Back in my ways, yeah. Missing my girl, I ain't seen her in days.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the Sunshine State in TIAA Bank Field here in Jacksonville. Today, Week 17 is upon us, and we've got a good one in store here. Between the Houston Oilers taking on the Jacksonville Jaguars. The final 2-week stretch of the 2023 regular season, and we are underway Week 17 here on this New Year's Eve. Amir Smith-Marset now from his end zone. And look at this. Right away, a loose football. And the Jags grab it. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line. It's hard enough. And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this just to make sure. So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble.
Here we go. Here we go.
It'll be Sanders to begin the drive. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. Their first play from scrimmage is a pickup of 13. Last week, of course, the great performance, over 200 yards. He still wants to be fed.
And they should. That's exactly what you should do. I have not yet met a running back that's run for over 200 yards that says the very next week, hey, let's back things up.
Yeah, I don't need it as much.
No, they want it more and more. They're going to be ready to go because they think that's going to happen naturally now.
The throw over the middle, taken in. And he'll have it past midfield, almost to the 40 before being taken down. Call that a very strong gain of 24.
That's his first catch of the game, and an impressive one against multiple defenders.
And how about that start? Really aggressive. Yeah, there was double coverage out there, but that didn't stop them at all. They went right at it and defeated it on that play.
And he's going to get this inside the 30.
Would you say this offense is locked in right now?
They're having no trouble on this drive. What is it, 3 plays, 3 first downs?
Yeah, you talk about on the march. They keep this up, they'll get to that end zone real fast.
Right back to Sanders on first down. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. The impressive opening drive continues, and just space being created by those guys up front.
We're seeing this the same way, aren't we? We are seeing an offensive line, as this game gets started, as it starts to unfold, that they are dominating the line of scrimmage.
Second down and a yard.
Another run with Sanders. And he'll get this down only to the 18. He could muster only a yard there, and they'll be left with a third and very short. Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get him, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the first down marker was and making sure they didn't get there.
Third and short yardage, Young. Well, they would have gotten the conversion if he could hold on. Instead, the draw answer will be fourth down.
I know tight ends love this run because a lot of times they'll fake a block first and get a little bit of space and then come across the middle because in their mind, they're thinking catch the ball and then drop the hammer on the little guys in the secondary.
Unable to drop the hammer, he just dropped the pass. And on their first drive, the offense staying out there. They're going to go for it on fourth. Going for it with Sanders. It's first and goal after they rip off a solid chunk of yardage in the ground game on a risky fourth down call.
Almost feel sorry for the kicker here because you know he wants to go out there and contribute. But they keep saying, stay on the bench. I think it's just simply a matter of a head coach saying, I believe more in my guys with the football than sending.
Touchdown! DJ Chark hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Oilers will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. Looking sharp on that first drive. These guys, of course, coming off back-to-back victories, and you see that kind of advancing into this game, don't you?
You certainly do, and when you have a team that doesn't get too full of itself, even though they've won 2 games in a row, you get the end result that we saw there, that nice opening drive, because they're sharp, they're focused, and they're locked into everything that they're doing.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Fair catch going to be taken, and this will be moved out to the 25. Lawrence bringing the Jaguars up 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They'll start on the ground. Etienne. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. But you look at this defense. Into this game, they're ranked number 22 in the NFL against the pass, Charles.
And I think you're going to see some changes in the offseason, whether it's through the draft, free agency, maybe even both. They definitely need some help in the secondary.
On 2nd down, Etienne once more. And he'll get about 3 up past the 25. So they cite the right guard this time with a holding penalty.
And so many different assignments you could have at that position, and sometimes you might just be a step too late and have to grab and hold on.
Now Lawrence to throw on 2nd down. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Charles, already trailing by touchdown early. This offense, how imperative is it for them to get points out of this drive?
Well, they feel like they have to go ahead and match because of what was already on the board against their defense. But I think even more so, you just want to avoid 3 and outs. You want to be able to stay on the field for a little while, let your defense catch their breath a little bit, even if you don't score any points.
And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well.
How about that? Red man coverage and decided to test them early. But they proved up to the task and forced the incompletion.
He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. And taken right at the 35. And he'll go out of bounds. It appears right at the 45. Call it a 48-yard punt. Give them 9, though, on the return. And they will take over 1st and 10. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. They'll be looking to duplicate that first drive, the one that got them that 7-0 lead.
Of course they would. I mean, look, they're on the road. So getting the 7-0 lead was huge for them, right? Imagine getting up 2 touchdowns on the road, taking the crowd out of the game. It'd be ideal.
Great way to start the drive. 20 big ones and a 1st down.
Well, as a coach, you absolutely love seeing your offense find their rhythm early, and that's exactly what we've seen so far. They had a touchdown on their opening drive, and now they connect here for another nice gain for a 1st down. This offense is moving the ball well, exactly as he drew it up in practice.
And he'll follow his blockers there all the way down to the 23-yard line. 60 yards rushing for him as he's got the afternoon off to a great start. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. They'll go again with Sanders. He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
They'll try to throw now. Young. He'll find Thielen work in the middle. Only able to gain a couple there, and it brings up 3rd and 5 now. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Third down, Young from the gun. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
shy of the goal line at the 3. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Sanders. Touchdown, Houston. Another impressive drive, so they're 2 for 2, 2 touchdowns. Charles, a great start to this ball game for them.
And one of the words that's really worked its way into our lexicon is stacking. They've stacked momentum each time out, and not only on offense. Between those touchdowns, defense held, forced a punt to get the ball back, and they've played awfully well in this one. Both sides playing at optimum level.
Piñeiro's extra point up and good. And that'll make the score 14-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Oh, the return is Jones from the end zone. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further.
At their own 13-yard line.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. So, Charles, the season winding down, the playoffs obviously not in their future as they look ahead to the offseason. What spots do they maybe need to fill?
Well, I think that they like the guy who's calling the plays and throwing the ball. I think that he's a pretty good player. Needs some help, I think, on the perimeter, though. Help him out with receivers, because I think if he gets an upgrade there, his play gets that much better, too.
On second down, ETN once more. It'll be a pickup of a couple, and it leaves them with a 3rd and 3. When you look at this defense, they played extremely well last week in that win over the Packers.
And what I saw on film was nearly an unstoppable pass rush. They had 5 sacks last week, plenty of hurries. So now do you just max protect on offense, keep everyone in? And
all right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Charles, it is pretty rare that we see a team build this kind of lead in the opening quarter. And, man, they seem to be clicking on all 3 phases right there. The defense doing its part with a pick 6.
And it's absolutely been the definition of a start that you would pick for yourself and for your team, right? And I have a feeling that they just want to stay in this zone. What's truly incredible about this start is they can add on a couple more scores. This one could legitimately be over in the second quarter.
So how about this for a start? 21-0 here in the first as they kick this one away. Here's Jones to bring it out of the end zone. And he will be taken down here as the first quarter of play will come to an end. 21-0 our score after 1. Second quarter now from Jacksonville, and it's the Jags with the football as they get set to start their drive with a 1st and 10.
Hey, Lion.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession. But I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit. And if they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
Let's do this. Let's go offense. Showtime. Let's make some.
Now this one from about 2 counties over after the sack. They come up on a 2nd and very long. ETN up the middle. And he'll get this up past the 5 to the 7-yard line. Give him 5 yards on the run there, but it'll leave him with a definite 3rd and long on the horizon.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete. And the Jaguars send out their punter as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Taken right around the 44. 46 yards on the boot. The coverage holds them to just 3 on the return.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
Here we go.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going.
It has been about as perfect of a start to this game as these guys could have asked for, Charles. They've scored on their first 2 drives.
And I think the ball's out.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. It's a 2nd down run with Sanders. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1.
But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
Heavy set out there on 3rd and 1.
They'll try and run for it with Sanders. And he will have 1st down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs.
So far this season, this is an offense that's proved its ability to move the football. I mean, they're in the top 5 in the NFL and picking up 1st downs, and they get the conversion here. And I think a lot of that is due to how they win on 1st and 2nd down, because that leaves them 3rd and short, 3rd and manageable. A lot easier to pick them up then, isn't it?
They're going to go with a tight end here on the running play. And dropped at the 35, but able to display some strength on the run. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
But really, that was no surprise there. They've been running it well all game. And I know goals change all the time, but any team will take that type of run each and every time.
Now Young. Looking right sideline, but it's incomplete.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
The offense on 3rd down, they've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. Young now.
He's got his running back out of the backfield.
And he'll be out of bounds, able to get it down to the 25 there.
First down, Oilers.
On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7.
88 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half.
First and goal at the 7-yard line.
They'll run with Sanders. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. Miles Sanders, his 2nd TD of the game and 18th of the year.
And the Oilers are able to widen their lead here in this first half. Piñeiro's extra point up and good.
And a rout is on here in this first half. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
Jones now on the return. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23.
At their own 23-yard line.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. Not only are they in search of their first score, they're in search of their first down in this ball game as they come up 1st and 10. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. 10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a first down. Interior of that line blocked really well on that run, but also the 2 tight ends, they blocked well too.
Not only have they scouted the line of scrimmage, with their agility, they can get upfield and hit moving targets like linebackers, defensive backs. They do a really good job helping out in the running game.
It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets them to 2nd and 4. Lawrence will throw. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here.
Another incompletion there. That's 5 in a row now to start this game. He's got to take a deep breath now, step back, shake it off a little bit, trust his offensive line, and hope that his play caller dials up something that can give him a completion and get him going.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. The pressure gets to Lawrence, and he'll go down. Multiple defenders getting home there for a loss of 11. On 4th down, Matt Ariza is sent on to punt. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Here's Matt Ariza now. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. So a good punt, but a solid 12-yard return. And out will come the offense as they take over. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. Right now, everything they touch turns to gold. This is their 4th possession. Touchdowns on their first 3 possessions. I mean, this defense, they can't seem to stop them. It's like they're on skates.
Great analogy, Brandon, because they are pushing them back and winning.
And he loses the football a 2nd time. And the Jags grab it. And his crew will take over at their own 45-yard line. Well, remember, he had a fumble earlier in this first half and got saved, but no such saving here. It's a turnover.
Yeah, and as a coach and as a teammate, you're hoping that he learned from the first one. There was a lesson there, but obviously he doesn't have enough focus in order to lose it a 2nd time. That simply can't happen if you're trying to win a game.
He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Hey, it's not the most spectacular play, but I think most teams will take that every single time for the first play of a drive. Begin the series with positive yardage and set yourself up for a very manageable 2nd down.
And they'll get this just to the 47, 1-yard gain. Now they got to get to the line quickly. Now whistles here, and I believe one of the Jaguar linemen might have moved. And a manageable 3rd down becomes a lot less manageable. 3rd and 7 after the false start. Here's Lawrence to throw. And an incomplete pass. That'll stop the clock here with just under a minute to play in half number 1. Matt Ariza now on to punt this one away. And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And this is going to be ruled out, I think, just inside the 20. Yes, it will. Side judge calls it at the 19-yard line. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead. But a mistake there, that could change things in a big way. I say go ahead, take the knee, get on out for the half.
He got 29 yards that time. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. They go play action. Young. Short throw hauled in by Trimble. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and that's going to bring up 2nd down.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there, freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
From the 47, it's 2nd and 5.
Hey, go Fury. Hey, check Vega.
Now Young. He'll let this go for the end zone. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
Well, they had that one snipped out defensively. That's a tough one to connect on when you've got multiple defenders in the area, and it winds up incomplete.
Yards to go.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. In motion is Chenault. Again, it's Young. Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
Nice back-to-back plays defensively. They're stacking momentum now. 1 incompletion, 2 incompletion. They're going for more.
So on 4th down, here's Johnny Hecker to punt it away. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away.
Let's go old school there. That's absolutely a great coffin corner punt. Someone's put some time in working on that, hasn't it?
Seems like every year these guys get better and better. It's amazing how they can command that football through the air.
Yeah, they used to actually practice with hula hoops where they place them and try and put them there. Now a lot of guys use barrels on the sidelines to try and put the football in one.
And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
It's now 2nd and 6.
They'll keep it on the ground again here. And this sequence won't do any favors to his rushing totals as they get him behind the line again. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the 2nd quarter. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Final play of the half. It's Lawrence. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off for the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gunn, getting set for quarter number 3 here. The Jaguars with work to do. They trail here as we are back underway on EA Sports. Oh, the return is Jones from the end zone. Unable to corral him. He fights through. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line. So bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision. Loses him about 4 yards. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And that first half, one to forget really on both sides of the ball. They got to find some way to string something together here, don't they?
Yeah, they're down big right now. So as you mentioned, trying to find something to string together, get some consistency, something sustained, maybe calm their whole team down and find a way to get back in this one.
Yeah, because right now you're down big, you're being shut out. Let's see if this is the drive that kind of kickstarts them. And they get him behind the line, so that short gain on 1st down quickly negated. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming. Backed up here, tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first. On 3rd down, Lawrence. And that will be incomplete.
Well, this is just a continuation of what we saw in the first half. So much for the fresh start to begin the 3rd quarter. Still off-target throws, no rhythm throwing the football, and obviously no touchdown scored in this game.
Fielded just inside the 30. It's a 47-yard punt, return of 6.
Down and 10. At their own 35-yard line.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going.
The first half definitely went their way, and this would seem to be a great opportunity to kind of put this game a little closer out of reach with a score here.
Yeah, and it's a wonderful opportunity for them because if they can add 7 more to their lead before the other guys even see the football, that could be the decisive blow in this game. I think that's how they're eyeing it. That's how they're approaching it.
Him off his feet. Hold him right there, D. Hold him right there. Let's go.
Here's a 2nd and 8. Chark the motion man right. He's going to get it on the jet sweep.
And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41.
Well, they gave up a few yards there, but all in all, I think it's a pretty nice job defensively against the jet sweep. If they don't slow him up, he might take it to the house, so they'll take that play every time on the defensive side of the ball.
This now a 3rd and 4.
Young.
And he is caught. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45.
Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down.
This is just more of the same. This defense has had no answer on a lot of these throws. They've let these receivers run wild, and here's another completion for good yardage.
First and 10, Young. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
I think he's as fine with that incompletion as a quarterback can be, in all honesty. He avoided his first sack of the game, and he did have a chance of connecting for yardage, just unable to on that throw.
Young's incompletion on 1st down leads to a 2nd and 10. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw.
That's caught by Mingo, right side.
And he'll go out of bounds right around the 40. 5 yards, now it's 3rd and 5.
Here we go.
To throw, Young.
And this pass broken up. Well, the contact well timed there, and now 4th down.
Here's Johnny Hacker now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And they'll play keep away from the returner as this one will be marked out of bounds at the 13-yard line. Pretty good spot.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that, because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. 2nd down and long.
Now Lawrence to throw.
In trouble, and the ball's out. It's in the end zone loose. And what else could go wrong at this point? This is going to be a defensive touchdown as they keep piling it on. Once that ball was loose, the question was, would this be 2 or would it be 6? It's 6. The defense able to pounce on it.
And for the offense, the training didn't really kick in, did it? Once that ball comes loose, you've got to get on it, make sure that you recover it, or make sure you punch it out of the end zone. Anything but give it to the defense to score a touchdown.
Piñeiro's extra point up and good.
And that makes this 35-0 now. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return.
Here's Jones to bring it out of the end zone. And this return will net positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. Now, hang on here a second. Looks like a Jaguar in some obvious discomfort from that last play. Well, always unfortunate to see an injury, especially this close to the end of the regular season. We'll step aside.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive.
Well, we're still in the third quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable now. Or win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles. But I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
I'm getting the sense that this offense is getting frustrated. Here we are into the 3rd quarter, and they've had plenty of opportunities to get in sync. Thus far, that hasn't happened. They're looking for answers both on the sidelines and in the huddle looking at each other.
That'll be a 43-yard punt, just a single yard on the return.
Right there.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going.
No points last time out. They were forced to punt, if you remember, but no time to dwell on that. They've still got the lead here and a chance to add to that here. 1st and 10 as this new drive starts.
And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39.
109 yards for him on the ground now, as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
Another run here with Sanders. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Ball on the 47-yard line. Here's 2nd and 2.
A give running left. It's Sanders. Fast. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he winds up getting this all the way down to the Jags' 23-yard line. All told, it's an even 30 and a 1st down.
Ready. A waste of time. Ultra. Go ultra. Ready.
Running right, here's Sanders. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. That's a heck of an effort from Josh Allen getting in there defensively.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss.
Ultra. Strike.
So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit.
Here we go. Set.
Young.
Connecting here with Chark on the out route.
And out of bounds right around the 20. Without the previous penalty, that would have been a 1st down. Instead, it's just a gain of 10.
Here's 3rd and 7.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. But we'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. This offense so far on third down, they've hit 4 of 7. This is 3rd and 7.
Yellow, blue. Blue, strike. Strike. Check, strike. Striker, 3-3. Ready?
Throwing, Young. And got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Houston. Hayden Hurst, a 20-yard touchdown. And the Oilers are closing in on a 9th victory on the year as they extend their lead. Piñeiro's extra point up and good. And it is 42-0. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Out of the end zone comes Johnson. And a nice job there on special teams to limit him to inside the 15 as he's dropped at the 14.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
Shedding through the defense. And he'll go down just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. 51 yards rushing for him now to this point. So not quite a first down just yet as they come up on 2nd and less than a yard. Etienne once more, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
We think, Brandon, I like the intensity this defense is showing right here in these first few drives. They're not just holding the line because they're doing their job, but they're doing more than that, aren't they? They're getting a nice push into the offensive backfield.
And a great example right there for the loss on the tackle. A couple extra tight ends in the formation here as they line up 3rd and 2. They'll run with Etienne. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. The Jags picking up the first down there, a gain of 12.
Despite the score, despite the deficit, no quitting this guy. He's running angry, running through arm tackles. He wants to change what that scoreboard is saying.
On 1st and 10, it's Etienne. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down.
Not a huge carry there on 1st down, but not all of them will be. But still, all in all, a positive play for the offense. It's all about picking up at least a few to set up what you're going to do here on 2nd down.
Here's a 2nd down and 7 from the 37. On the counter, Etienne looking for a seam but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. On 3rd down, here's Etienne. And a good swarm to the football defensively as they get him down at about the 40. Give him 3 yards there as that'll take us to 4th down. And the Jaguars send out their punter as he's on here to punt it away. And he can't field it cleanly. It's loose.
I know there's no magnet in the ball, but sometimes for the punt returner, after such a scramble, it sort of feels that way, doesn't it? He has it, he loses it. Somehow the ball finds its way back to him.
Atone for his sin, and you know he's taking a deep sigh of relief right now.
Here we go. Here we go.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. We find ourselves here in the midst of a one-sided affair. A lot of fill time down the stretch, Mr. Davis.
So we could talk about food because that is something that you and I both enjoy. We enjoy our time at the table. So maybe the best steakhouses in the city, but in all seriousness, the performances that we've seen this year, we've seen a bunch of great ones. And it's going to be hard to parse who's going to win the MVP.
Yeah, it really is.
Is it going to be a runner? Is it going to be a thrower? Can a defender finally win it this season? Those are the things that we could probably discuss.
And collectively, this is about as dominant of a performance as you could have hoped for on both sides of the football.
Might have to put it number one for what we've seen this season.
On this day, the ground has been his, but at least on that individual play, we just saw the defense finally with a win.
Yeah, they finally got one, and that's a win for them, but all game long, he's seen the holes, and they've been huge for him. Kind of like a baseball hitter in the zone. The ball seems bigger, and he's just whacking it. These guys, they got it going today.
Able to convert on 3rd and 14. A terrific play call. They have the nice cushion. They just want to pour it on right now, still throwing the football.
And I know my background says, why do you need to do this? Just go ahead and run out the clock and get a win. But as many people pointed out to me, it's a video game, man. Go ahead and put the numbers up. Sportsmanship, not an issue.
Exercise those fingers. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Pretty good job there defensively of stringing that one out.
Yeah, you've got a quarterback who's waiting and waiting for something to develop, and it just never materialized, and down he went behind the line of scrimmage.
Here's Young from the shotgun. That one complete. He finds Sharp, and he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A gain there of 21 yards.
Partner, I have to tell you, just one word keeps coming to mind from watching them this afternoon, and that's impressive. They have been impressive from the opening kickoff, and they haven't let up here even into the 4th quarter.
Up the middle they go with Sanders. Down to about the 45. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's our visitors with a football as we get you reset. Ball spotted at the 45. Here's a 2nd and 7. They'll go again with Sanders. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL, and he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 30. It's a pickup of 15 and a fresh set of downs. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Hey, computer.
They'll run with Sanders up the middle. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. Nice job there defensively to clamp down because really they've been on their heels this drive.
Agreed, and they really needed that one for confidence, just to feel a little bit better. But I don't know if I would be daunted by them stopping me on one run. This drive has gone pretty well. I could come right back at them.
And they will take a knee here. So not just a blowout win for them today, Charles, but a shutout blowout win as well. Clearly just a superior effort on both sides of the ball.
Hey, didn't it feel like you get a touchdown, and then the defense jumped up and said, hold it. We're getting involved as well. You're exactly right. Big points, both sides contributing, a full team win.
So for Houston, they get the critical victory to move them to 9-7 now. So that
Bling, bling, bling. This man. my witness. Police tried to slow me down, but they couldn't stop it. I got platinum plaques like I got cars in my wallet. Now I got millions. Got the fuck inside my bag and out my feelings. Got a couple carbon copies, I got children. Only that's around me's my Brazilian. Moving militant, no regular civilian. Business as usual, usually I wouldn't smile. It's it cost a couple thousands of millions. And millions and millions and millions. Alright. Business as usual, usually I wouldn't smile. Unless it cost a couple thousands of millions. And millions and millions and millions. Alright.
I ain't tripping, this is easy, easy. Got them excited to meet me. I got diamonds, you got CZs. Wake up, get to it, and repeat. Hey, I ain't hearing nothing hate to say. Let them talk about us. My whole crew is about 100 deep. Gotta walk around it. I kill it and then I walk away with the chalk around it. I just get low key and watch them talk about it. I'm in New York and we finna get loose. Squeeze the big apple and give me the juice. Don't wanna talk, I just do what it do. My alter egos can fill up a room. Hop on the flight, take a trip to Peru. That hop in the whip that is missing the roof. My woman a fire, just look at my boo. I'm no money, I'm feeling like Bruce. Ooh. I don't need much, ability to do. Ooh. Breaking the hearts and breaking the rules. Ooh. 10 out of 10, I'm feeling like two. I ain't tripping, this is easy. Got them excited to meet me. I got diamonds, you got CZs. Wake up, get to it, and repeat.